All right, so we just kind of had our weekly Friday meeting with a few of the teams, social workers. I can't remember the guy, my doctor, the guy who's kind of in charge of this whole thing, and the nursing staff. Basically, just doing an assessment of where I'm at, what they think, and what are some options. And kind of following all of that, uh, right now they're definitely thinking yes, another week of physical therapy because I have been at this since this last Tuesday. This last Tuesday when I arrived. Where's my calendar? Oh, actually here on the laptop. Yeah, so I arrived here on October 10th, around 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything, all the activities and stuff had pretty much wind down around 4 or 5 o'clock. So I was just kind of just chilling out the rest of that evening upon arrival. The next day, that was on Wednesday, October 11th, full day of physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy and all the other stuff. On the speech front, I'm doing okay. There's no um, it didn't hit anything as far as memory or anything practical, mathematics, things of this nature. I mean, I could do quadratic, I could do integrals without just at the drop of a hat. Nowadays, it's been a few years since I've been at the University of Iowa, studying calculus. I'm not sure I'd be able to do it right now, but then again, I couldn't play the piano yesterday either, so it's not going to magically happen. Uh, so, um, so the whole speech therapy is going to disappear. They're not worried about that. And everything else on that side of my brain seems working just fine. So we're in good shape there. Yes, I may forget a few things, but I consider that hey, I'm 51 years old. Fuck you. I think I'm allowed to forget a few things like that. Um, let's see. The rest of the morning, starting here in about the next 20 minutes, I've got about 2.5 hours straight of physical therapy, combined with some occupational therapy as well. What's the difference, you ask? A good question. Occupational therapy is basically anything from, say, about the waist up. Physical therapy is usually everything from the waist on down. Occupational therapy comes under that headline. We're talking things like getting yourself dressed, learning how to feed yourself, how to open a can of tuna, how to open a bag of cat food, how to not mispronounce bag instead of calling it bog. Uh, that's I think under the speech therapy aspect. But physical therapy is actually working the major muscles in some kind of coordinated fashion. I mean, think of any kind of exercise class. Basically, it's uh, stretching, learning how to walk, which I can't do. All of the strength that I have right now is still in my right leg, and anything that I have left in the upper body when I'm holding a walker, which is very tiring and very frustrating. In fact, I had a mental idea about how that kind of all works, which I'll probably talk about in some type of a later subject and not do it right now. Because right now, I'm going to probably close my eyes for a few minutes before the rest of my day really starts to kick in, and I might have a little more of this coffee. Do you know how hard it is just to get that finger to point? Ah, I hate you. I don't like you very much either. Why? You suck. Okay, whatever. So anyway, part of my day is just trying to entertain myself because there is a lot of time to not do anything and just think, which can be I don't know good or bad depending on your perspective. Everyone's very cheerful here. Everyone's very gung ho and very, you're going to make it. You'll be fine. And which is good. I appreciate that tremendously. I have had a chat with a couple of nurses, even my doctor. Just here's my take on some of this, and I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Um, no, it's not a big confession. It's just I get really tired of, oh, you're doing so well today. Yeah, that got old really quick. Even when I was over at the University of Iowa hospitals, that just got old. You're doing so much better than you did the other day. Problem is, I can't tell. I don't know if it's something messed up in my brain now because of the stroke, but I can't tell. I can barely feel any progress that I'm making. And if it is, it's very, very minor, and it's not immediately apparent to me. Because I just think, going, man, that still sucks from the day before. Man, I still can't do that. Why does my leg keep doing the hokey pokey when I'm trying to walk? Stop that. It's still doing that. I hate it. But everyone says, well, it takes time, and I understand. I know this is going to take time. This is not something that's going to switch on and off. Okay, it's not a broken light switch. It's a much more fiercer damage than that. So I get really fed up with people saying, "Oh, you're doing so well," because I just can't see it. I can't sense it. I can't measure it. I can't do anything with it. So and I tell them, I know you mean well, and I know these people all mean well, and I appreciate that voice of encouragement because I do need that. I am going to be relying upon that tremendously throughout this rehab, throughout the next 18 months of my life as I try to figure out how to recover from this thing. It's, I guess the way that I describe it is just that it's too much yip rah, yay yay, go go go. Too much of that because I can't seem to sense it, and I worry that if you keep doing that, I'm going to cease believing you in what you're telling me. Because I know you're telling me what you believe is the truth. And I want to be able to trust that. I don't want to hear that so often that I get to the point that I start thinking you're just blowing smoke up my ass. That there is something that is gone and you're just going on, yeah, when in fact there's nothing left to improve upon. This would be whatever, as good as it gets. I don't want to be that way either, and I don't want to be angry, and I want to be disappointed. I just want to be, I like the encouragement, I appreciate it. Just can you please keep it on the down low, If I hear too much cheering, I think I'm afraid that it's going to start diluting what I believe is my progress. If that makes any sense. Too much all of this, yeah, you're doing fantastic, it's just going to dilute the overall whatever achievement that I end up making or recovering from this stupid injury. And I hope that makes sense. And if you don't quite get it, you can ask me about it. That's okay. I don't always. I had this idea in my head for a while, and I try to churn it out. And it makes sense that one time, and then I try to churn it out again, and I go, maybe I missed a point somewhere, maybe I'm not fully explaining it reasonably. But I hope that makes sense to you. But I appreciate the encouragement and appreciate all of your enthusiasm as well. Okay, while I go through all of this. All right, I'm going to shut this off for a moment and probably get back to you sometime later on today. All right. In the meantime, hugs, kisses to my family. Love you all. Jared, Haley. Love you too. That seems stupid. That's a stupid ending. No. I gotta work on this. Anyway, this is Dennis signing out for now. Y'all take care. Bye.